Hello and welcome back to another amazing episode of the Speak Life podcast. We are so excited to have you with us for another wonderful week. I am your host, Minister Phoenix, alongside this young man over here once again joining us on the podcast. You can introduce yourself, sir.
Yeah, what's good? I'm back. Elijah. Yeah.
Yep, so I got my eldest son with me again on another episode of the potty. Wife isn't here, Miss One and Only, feeling a little under the weather, but the show must go on. So we gonna go into it. Yes, if this is your first time, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment to be a part of these conversations. Come on, first-time listeners. If you ain't been in this, that's what you need to do to be a part of this. And if you are part of our faithful listeners who tune in week after week, and sometimes we got to skip a week because life just be happening.
True.
If you one of those people, and hopefully you got your notifications on, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Shout out to y'all, for real, because y'all keep us going. Y'all keep us on our toes. Y'all keep us like, yo, we got to drop some more content for the listeners. Without y'all, we wouldn't be able to really be on top of this. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. We love y'all. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
All right, now this week, Turkey Day is around the corner, but we do want to jump into a very interesting topic that I think is very relevant and very important. And that thing we're going to talk about this week is this thought or this thing called gratefulness. Gratefulness. We talk about being grateful because, sometimes it's real easy to get caught up in the things that life will just throw our way. It's easy to get caught up in the things that you don't have. And we really can't get caught up and forget about all of the great things that we do have. So this week, gratefulness is the topic. Now, to start off our conversation, young man, since you're the guest, I'll pose the question to you first. What does gratefulness mean to you? Don't give me a textbook definition either. I don't need the dictionary. I want you to tell me what it means to you in your own words, sir.
I gotta be honest, I don't even know the textbook definition.
Okay. It's okay.
But gratefulness, it's kind of, thankfulness and gratefulness are very similar. It's like, in my opinion, they're like almost the same thing.
But what does it mean, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What does gratefulness mean? What does it mean to you? If someone says, you tell me what gratefulness means in your own words, what would you tell them?
I'm gonna add thankfulness. So,
what if I ain't know what thankfulness means? What does it mean? How can you explain it to me so that I can understand it?
It's like I can't use grateful.
Nope, can't use the word in the definition. It doesn't work like that.
It's like It's like basically appreciate. Yeah, there you go. Appreciating. If you don't know what appreciate means, I can't help you. But it's like appreciating the things that you already have.
Yes. Okay. I'll take that. I think for me, when I think of gratefulness, I definitely do think about being appreciative of the things that I have, and not only the things that I have, but like the places that I've come from and the things that I've been through. But you ain't been there yet.
True.
You still got a long way to go to be grateful for those things. But even in your young age, big time high schooler, I'm sure you can think of some things that you have to be grateful for.
Yeah.
I don't want you to tell me that just yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
But I do. I am gonna get into that. Just not yet, because I believe that we all have something. A lot of somethings that we can think of to really be grateful and appreciative for. But in your opinion, because this is what I think, and you can tell me if you don't agree. I don't expect you to agree with me just because you're on the show. If you disagree, tell me you disagree. You ain't getting paid to agree with me. You ain't getting paid.
I was about to say, am I getting paid?
You ain't getting paid. So you definitely don't have to agree with me if you don't want to.
Man.
But I tend to think that it's easy for people and for us to take things for granted.
True.
And I want to know what you think about that. If you think so, why do you think so? If you don't think so, why don't you think so? Let's pick your thoughts. What do you think? Is it or is it not? And either way, why?
Hold on, my fault. Is what and what's what?
Is it easy to take the things we have for granted?
Okay.
Yes, no, maybe. So, what do you think?
I think yes. I remember.
But why is that?
So I will give you an example.
Give me an example.
So electricity. I remember it's that big storm.
Oh gosh, electricity.
That power came out, and I'm gonna tell you, very helpless. That means no TV, no PS4. Well, phone still work, but that mean no light, no
lights,
like nothing. You sit in the
no
dark.
lights.
Oh man, no hot water. There you go.
No hot water.
Just from electricity, so that's kind of crazy. So when that happened, I was like, "Geesh." I was like, "This is kind of rough."
He's like, "We got nothing right now.
I was like,
we got everything,
right
but
now.
don't got nothing."
And then what was even crazy was that other people like stores, like big body stores had electricity, but like say if you're going to order a pizza shop's closed. It's like, "Geesh."
Yeah.
Like, what you getting?
It's like no power.
Yeah.
It's like literally no power.
So like. Lights is definitely like electricity in general.
So why do we take stuff like that for granted though?
Cause I think we don't really think about it. So it's like having electricity is like just life, you know. Yeah, for me wise, and even for generations to come, like Grace's generation.
It's
like
a very interesting point that you made there.
Like,
I don't even think you made it, but I'm gonna jump on that. Keep going. Tell us more. Teach us, young man. Teach us.
So it's like, cause we use electricity for literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when that is gone, you realize how much you actually need
it.
Yeah.
My man dropping gems right here. All right, so. He gave you the gem. I'm just gonna polish it up a little bit because that was a really good point you made. You know, one of the things you said is like electricity is like it's like life. We always got it.
Yeah, that's true.
And since we always got it, sometimes we don't realize exactly what we got.
Yeah, seriously.
It's like, and I remember that storm was crazy. Yeah. And when the power went out, it was like, wow, like we don't realize how much we depend on electricity.
Seriously.
Refrigerator don't work.
Oh yeah, freezer, none of that.
Freezer don't work. Now you worrying, is the food gonna spoil? Lights ain't on. You ever try to bathe in the dark? It is a very interesting
I didn't even take a shower that day, bro. I was like, nah.
You ever tried to go to the bathroom in the dark? If you're a guy, I really hope you got good aim because otherwise you gotta have something to clean up in the morning.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is. You ever try to get dressed in the dark?
Hey man,
you're like, is this black or is this blue?
Yo, seriously.
Is this red or is this purple?
Facts.
It is a very interesting experience, and sometimes, and I feel like because we have so much, it is very easy to focus on what we don't have.
True.
And for me, I think seeing some of the things this year with some of our family, it gives me a greater gratefulness for life in itself.
Yeah.
And I think about it, I'm like, every Monday we wake up and it's like, oh my goodness, it's Monday. Yeah. I can't wait till Friday.
Facts.
To get to the weekend. Meanwhile, we are missing out on the gift of life.
True.
Where we are literally wishing our lives away day by day. Yeah. Just trying to go through the motions. Yeah. Not realizing we think we got so much of it. So we're so used to having this life. Yeah. You know, and I always tell people, I'm like, a lifespan, excuse me, is the only time span that doesn't have a definitive ending point.
True.
Like, we know when we're born, we're here.
Yeah, birthday.
But we don't know when that's going to end. We know how
True.
long a day is, 24 hours. We know how long an hour is, 60 minutes. We know a week is 7 days and a year is 365, sometimes 366. But we never know when this breath in our body is going to end.
Yeah.
And we don't even appreciate it. And it's crazy because it's like, it doesn't take a lot to really change your whole status in your life.
Seriously.
And we forget about stuff like that. So I got a question for you, and this is gonna be I purposely did this to kind of like stump you.
Okay.
I did. I put this in here to try to stump you. I'm not gonna lie. Are there things in your life that you wish you could change, and why?
You know, I only been like 14 years old.
I don't care. I don't care. It's been an interesting 14 years for sure.
True. Let's see. Like, you mean like
anything you want? It's your life. If you could change anything in your life at 14 years old, you could choose to change anything. What would it be and why?
So, yeah. So, alright, I'm a big fit. Like, when I say fit, I mean dress fit. Like, you know what I mean? Drip, all that. I like clothes.
All right, he's giving me some terminology I don't know. So school me, sir.
Yes. So.
Educate me in your lingo.
I'm a big dude on who's like different shoes, different clothes, and just different fits that you can make up.
So you're like a clothes guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you start to, like, especially when you go to school, you be like, man, those sneakers look nice. Let's see. And then you look back at your sneakers, and it's all this other stuff. So it's like, I would probably change me worrying about all that. Like,
oh,
yeah.
Really? Why?
Because I'm already drippy right now.
Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness. I shouldn't have even asked why. I should have just left it alone and be like, oh, yes. Great answer, young man.
Because it does, it's like you're wearing, like, because you really don't look at the clothes, the shoes that you already got, and the nice fits and drip that you already have. But when you see someone else with, like, what they have, it's like you start comparing yourself and everything.
Comparison kills.
And then it comes with a lot more, stress? Yeah. A lot more worrying.
Stress? At 14 years old.
Not even stress. Hey, I'm not going
stress and worrying at 14. Who would have thunk it?
Not like big stress where you know, start with gray hairs and everything. That'd be crazy. But just like, you know, just the thought of like, man, like, he has this, I wanted to, or he has this, why don't I have it, or just everything like that. So
interesting.
When you get rid of that though, you think about it and you're just like, I'm living my life. You know, I don't need to compare myself to you.
Live your life, people.
Yeah, right.
Don't compare yourself to other people. This ain't even coming from me.
Yeah, bro.
This is the freshman in high school giving us some knowledge. Come on, give us more, sir. You got more?
Yeah.
What else you got for us? There.
So yeah, you just that's one of the things. Other things is to what is it? Kind of go out there. What I mean by that is like
go out there.
So
what do you mean by go out there?
So it's like everybody got their own talents. Everybody got their own gifts, stuff that they do better than other people.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of you hiding that gift, why don't you, like, if you really like to play ball, try out for the school team, play ball, see what happens, get better at ball.
Use your gifts.
Practice, yeah.
Get out there.
Yeah, so and then when you're out there, you know, I'll be honest, it's more fun when you're out there and you're doing more stuff. Because I remember back at NHCS when I was on the team, and then when I'm playing drums every Sunday, you know, it's fun. you look forward to it. There you go. You look forward to it.
All right.
It adds more interest into your life, that like things you can look forward to and that you have fun doing. So, yeah.
Wow. There's levels to this, young man, that I'm just hearing today. So it's nice. It's nice. Now, for me, honestly, and this is gonna be kind of weird, because you've read the book. You haven't been around long enough to know, about life before you came here. But most of the good stuff is the Cliff's Notes is in the book. But
true.
as crazy as my life has been, if I could go back and change anything, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And the reason, and there's a reason. If you've ever seen the movie Butterfly Effect, Ashton Kutcher. It's a movie, Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher.
I think it's before my time.
It is. Everything's before your time when it comes to me. But it's a great movie, and what happens in Butterfly Effect is like Ashton Kutcher was able to go back in time. He would go back in time and he would change something, and it would be one little thing, and then it would have lasting effects for the future. Like, if I would go back and change anything and not be able to be in this moment, not be able to see you and see Timmy and see Gracie and have, mommy as my wife, I wouldn't want that.
True.
As much stuff as I probably wanted to do,
true,
and things that I probably wish I could have changed and did differently, if that would have interrupted what I have now, I would not go back and change a thing.
And all those experiences actually make you who you are. Like, now.
Sadly enough.
Like, you know what I mean?
That can be a gift and a curse.
It's like your relationship with either your siblings or with like certain advice or problems. In your experience, it does help you in the long run from what you've been through.
I very rarely take advice from my siblings.
I know,
but when I do,
gives advice.
But when I do,
you're the one who really gives it.
They got to,
yeah.
As odd as it seems, sometimes they got some really good stuff.
Yeah.
I hope they don't listen. I hope they don't listen to this episode. This is one of those episodes that I don't want them to listen to.
Probably come
out. They're gonna,
probably come out. Yeah, probably.
Because I'm never gonna hear the end of that one. Like, oh yeah, we do give good advice, huh? And I'm gonna be on a 3-way call.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, but I definitely wouldn't change a thing. I know there's situations I probably would have navigated differently.
True.
But I don't think I would change anything, because I look at where life is now, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the life I got. And that's where we really want to talk about this next piece is, what are some things that you're grateful for? What are some things that you're appreciative for, and why? I got tons, so I'm gonna let you go, because you got 14 and a half on this earth right now.
Yeah,
so
true.
And you're 14 and a half. I think you probably got a shorter list than I do.
Definitely. So I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, talents. My talents, my gifts. I am very grateful for those, because I honestly can't imagine me without them. I'll be honest. If I knew that I would have these gifts and I just didn't have them, that'd be trippy. That'd be very messed up.
I should have been able to play the drums.
Seriously.
I should have been good at basketball.
It would be very
Now bad. I have nothing.
It would be just crazy. And like, I'll be honest, it would be like insane. So I am grateful for that, and for family, and I'll be honest, I really am grateful for Gracie, because to be honest, if it was another boy, I would have trouble. I would have a lot of trouble. It would be another Timothy like that I have to deal with.
Oh Lord.
But I think she really adds part to the fam. So, and I think when you feel like, not that something's missing, but it's like when that thing gets added on, you realize how it
I really hope my siblings feel the same way about me as you feel about your sister.
Oh man,
I really hope y'all do. I hope y'all do. I ain't never heard nothing like this from y'all. Like, I really hope y'all do. I hope y'all do watch this episode. Y'all better appreciate me. I added to the family.
Yeah, because if you think about it, it's like with the talent thing. If I realize that if I realize life with grace and then life without it, then you could see a difference. You can see like how you needed her in your life, or how you needed him in your life, depending on he or her.
How y'all needed him in your life. You speaking truth, son. You can keep telling them just in case they hear it. You can repeat it again.
Oh man.
Siblings add value, enjoyment to your life.
I remember it. I heard. I don't really remember it, but I hear or heard that without Timmy, he's my younger brother.
You were so bored.
Yeah, look at that.
So bad for you.
I hear that I was bored.
You just look so bored.
I heard
you would
that.
watch TV alone, sucking on your two fingers, looking just lonely. And I was like, it's okay. We can play with him. We can hang out with him.
Man.
But then when Timmy came, it just brought a whole different.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, got your partner in crime. So.
Yeah. So it's like you see how you need people in your life, or you need things in your life to help you better at it. So yeah. There's a bunch of like just common things, like you got to be grateful.
Is it really common? Though?
Well, like
what do you consider common?
Like common things like if I say I'm grateful for like a house or electricity, stuff like around.
Yo, electricity's a gift.
Yeah, facts.
Oh man,
yeah. Like I'm grateful for, I don't know, like if I say I'm grateful for video games, TV, like more common things, but I can't imagine myself without video games, to be honest. That's what I do. Or TV, my binge watching shows. Disney Plus is my best friend.
This generation is built different. This generation is built different, for real. I think one of the biggest things that I am grateful for more than anything else is family. Yeah. And I don't know where I got this from, but when I was growing up, I was always kind of taught that family was like everything. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't know if it was through my father. I think it was through my father. Maybe it was through the many like family gatherings we would go to. We was big on going like to family gatherings for the holidays, like Thanksgiving and Christmas.
You guys go hard on those. You guys go hard on those.
Hard on 4th of July. We would all
4th of July, crazy.
All get up, and I like somewhere in the midst of all that, it got translated to me that family was everything. So now that I have my family, I'm just like so grateful, because it's like I tell people this all the time, especially married people. I'm like, I never really truly understood what unconditional love was until I was sitting in the delivery room watching you born. And I'm like, wow, like even before you were born and you was in your mother's stomach, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I just loved you, and I didn't even know you. I didn't even see you. I had no idea what my little banana head son was gonna look like.
I can't even imagine that.
And I was like, I was just so excited, and I didn't even really know you. And it's like from there, it's like our family just grew and grew and grew, and I'm like, wow, like this family thing kind of cool. Cost you a lot of money. Kids get a little crazy when they want to get crazy, but it really is an amazing thing to have family. And I think because we have family, sometimes it's easy to take family for granted. It's easy to take relationships in your family for granted, like with siblings and with
Yeah.
aunts and uncles and cousins that you may not see all the time. Like, it's easy because you're used to having them around to take that for granted.
But when they're gone,
when they're gone,
you will see, you will remember the memories, the good memories. Some may be bad too,
honestly.
But I think overall, all your memories will be good. You'll be like, man, I done yelled at him for this or something. I done yelled at him for this. But he's like, but I kind of miss yelling at him or something. Like, you know what I mean? Just something like you.
I just like, honestly, like, I remember times with like my family, like I got so many cousins, like, like, true. I can't, like, y'all know there's a lot of y'all, man. I got so many cousins, man. When we used to get up when we was younger, like, it used to be deep. There's a lot of us, whole lot of us, like, both sides of the family. Yeah. We just run deep, and I remember those days, and it's like, and I see now where it's like, I got my own family, everyone got their own family. It's like, I kind of wish that we could still have like those type of moments. And then as I see like all my aunts and uncles getting older, and it's like we're going to be the ones who have to carry on these traditions. True. Like, just losing some of our loved ones this year, I seen, my aunt pass and like things like that. It's like, it just goes to show like, the elders are moving on. It's like, and then we got to carry that torch. So it's like, don't take for granted the gift of family. People, like, if you got family, like, don't take for granted that gift. Another gift that I'm really, really grateful for, especially this year, is just life. Like, we hear people weekly, like, thank God it's Friday. Nah, thank God I'm alive. Every day, I get an opportunity to wake up and enjoy this gift of life, because it's a gift. Yeah. It is a gift. I got health. I got strength. I may not have as much money as I may want yet. There will come a time where I do have it. I may not have it yet. But I think I'm really starting to really understand how much of a gift this life is. Mm-hmm. Every opportunity you get to breathe in and breathe out on your own, that's a gift. Yeah. Every moment you can move your limbs without feeling pain or without having to be in a wheelchair, you can get up on your own, you can get dressed, you can talk, you can speak, you can breathe, you can see, you can hear. Like, these are all gifts, man. Yeah. These are all gifts. And I think about friends and loved ones who have passed on. Yeah. Friends and loved ones who are in worse situations. And it really causes me to reevaluate what I look at and what I cherish. Because every time these eyes open, I get another chance to see y'all. I get another chance to be with my family. I get another chance to witness the beauty and the creation that God has made for us. And I'm like, this is really dope. This life thing, as hard as it may be at times, this is pretty dope, True. and I think like just looking at it like that gives me a deeper appreciation for life and everything that comes along with it. We may not always have the best of days, but we can be grateful for something.
True.
Something. Coming home and yelling at y'all, I'm like, yes. Let me go boss these kids around. I can't boss kids around in my classroom, but I can boss these ones around because they live there. Oh, man. Go do your homework and you gotta listen. Stop being so loud and you gotta listen. That's a gift. A lot of people can't do that.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of people don't get the opportunity to do that. So I'm just really grateful because, like I said, it doesn't take a lot to change life. And I think a lot of times we have this life, and because we've had it for so long, you've had it for 14 years. I've had it a few times over 14 years. More than one time over 14 years. Before you know it, it'll be like, we're not even going to go into that. But it's been a while. I've been here for a little while. Yep. Not too long, but just enough. Just enough to start considering that middle-aged type, life. But, I've been here for a bit, and it's like, since we've had it for so long, it's easy to take it for granted. But I don't want to ever look at the gift as being anything less than a gift.
Yeah.
All right, you got any wrap up advice? Anything you want to leave our listeners with about gratefulness, about thankfulness, about appreciation? Anything you can tell them whatever you want, as long as it's appropriate for the podcast.
All right.
Encourage them. Give them some encouraging words.
So yeah. Just if you, like, just think throughout your everyday life. About things that you have, and that like. I believe all y'all probably from Massachusetts, or if you're not,
you'd be surprised. We get people from all over the world.
Everybody knows about Boston.
We are a global podcast, and even if we ain't a global podcast, we a global podcast. Yeah. International.
Everybody knows about Boston, and you see homeless people times and stuff, and you realize that I have these things and they don't, and it's like you can see the differences. You can see. And that actually forces you to be grateful. That forces you to be like, wow, I'm thankful that I have all these things. I'm thankful that I have, like, for me in general, I'm thankful I got drip. I got not chill.
This kid, someone come get this kid. Bro.
So it's like
someone come get this kid. I'm gonna need a new co-host.
Co-host,
my co-host needs to come back.
I could be the new co-host.
No, this guest co-host business. I'm gonna need a new co-host.
Your book and everything, bro.
Oh gosh, here we go. Finish your wrap up thoughts.
Lots of people. But it's like as much as it's like. Bishop says this. He's like, I don't know if he made it up or not, but he said that people, like, he was like, this dude was he was crying that he didn't have another shoe when he saw someone without a foot. So it's like there's always someone who's there's always something that you probably have over someone, or something that you should definitely be grateful for.
All right. If I could leave you guys with anything, I would say be grateful for the little things. Don't take the little things for granted. Don't take the relationships for granted. Don't take, the marriages for granted, the friendships, the relationships with your family, the relationship with your kids. Like, you got so much to be grateful for. If you got life and you got breath and you got strength, like, those are small gifts that, since we have them so often, we take them for granted. But I would encourage you to just take a look at your life. And as much as you may not have everything that you want, as much as you may wish you had more, you really do have a lot to be grateful for.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just leave that right there. Now, we love y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in. If you haven't gotten your copy of the book, When Three Roads Collide, A Memoir of God's Grace, you can get that anywhere online where books are sold. Type it in your search bar. Guess what? It'll come up.
I'm actually in it too.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man.
To check out everything that we're doing, go check out the website, threeroadscollide.com. And remember, life and death are in the power of your tongue. So make sure that you speak life. We love y'all. Have a great week, and God bless you.
Yep.
Take care, y'all.